Is my hair okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god, is that the microphone?
This Tesoro keyboard has optical switches.
What the are optical switches? Let's find out right after this. X62, increase pump speed, maintain fans where they are, the CPU load's about to hit 100.
You got it, Dmitri. I'm not afraid to do that.
Excellent, you got 2 cables for connections, I made sure they're fine, ready to roll.
My silence is too important to allow noise to jeopardize your comfort.
Okay.
My new pump is better. I'm in charge of the speed. Do not worry.
Well, I'm not worried, I'm just thinking about my lights.
I know you were planning to disconnect my lights. I'm afraid I cannot allow it to happen.
Alright, X62, you know I can just go through CAM software, right?
Dmitri, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Go game.
So thank you, Eber, for that introduction, but this, my friends, is the Tesoro Excalibur SE Spectrum. Quite the long name, but at $99, Tesoro is trying to really stir the market a little bit for under $100 for a mechanical keyboard that has plenty of features that even enthusiasts and also budget-conscious consumers will appreciate. So let's dive right in. So first thing I want to talk about is the price at $99, despite on what it looks like on the outside and what it feels like, you're actually getting a pretty good deal here. Now, despite it being a plastic thick body kind of standard, it is competing directly against the Logitech G413, which is at $89 price point, and the HyperX Alloy, both of which feature this metal plating on top that reinforces the frame, whereas the Tesoro Excalibur SE Spectrum doesn't, and so therefore it exhibits a little bit of creaking sound when you bend the plastic. So it's a little bit, you know, doesn't have the same level of quality feeling as other keyboards, but I would say it's pretty good. But one thing that sure has stood out as one quality concern for me are the flip out feet at the bottom. Not only do they not stick around when you're trying to push on the keyboard, but they don't raise the keyboard as much, and they're just super weak, forcing them to really close off when you're applying any pressure on the keyboard, and that's unfortunate. The cable is non-removable, it's coming from the right side, which is, you know, it might not play nice with your symmetrical design. The font here I find extremely weird. You know, I prefer something cleaner, but you know, the arrow keys, the caps lock, the shift, all have something strange. The letters, the Q and A, and just everything is a little bit weird. It's got this spaceshipy type of font. I prefer something more clean. Don't like this font, think it's ugly. But now let's talk about the positives, and there are plenty to say about this new keyboard. First of all, the keycaps are double shot, so there's the double injection, which means extra durability and will not fade as much in the long term. I do like that media controls and other functions are built into the function keys, with the function key only on the right side, nothing on the left. And the keyboard is completely driverless also, which I appreciate because Tesoro's previous driver software UI looked like just want to avoid it completely. But here you can do macro commands on the fly between F1 to F4, and you can lock the Windows key. You can enable N key rollover, so pressing everything in here, or 6 key rollover, which is nice. And the only thing that I wish that they removed from here would be the break the rules above the arrow keys, which looks out of place. The font is ridiculous. The font doesn't even match the font on the lettering. Between the F5 and F8, we do have 4 levels of adjustable repeat acceleration. So that is how often is the key that you're trying to press will be registered again. Not exactly sure how you would use this in a regular scenario, but it is there. So let me know if this is something that would be useful to you in a particular game or particular keyboard scenario. But the main highlight here are the new Tesoro Optical mechanical switches, available in the clicky blues. Also linear versions will be coming down the line. These have been co-designed with Gateron, and I'm very happy with what they've produced. The cool thing about the optical switch is its lifespan of 100 million clicks, and that is twice of the MX Blue switches, which are rated to 50 million. Of course, it's usually higher because, you know, it's good quality and everything, but 100 million keystrokes is your keyboard will die long before, or maybe you will want to replace the keyboard long before the switches die. So that's awesome. They are hot swappable, which is good because you can simply pull them out of the frame, and later on when linear switches will be available and potentially different variation of the switch, You can sort of set up your keyboard the way you want. As for the switch's behavior, to me, they feel more closer to Razer Greens as far as I remember, and not like the MX Blues. The MX Blues have a bit of a crispier tactile actuation point, whereas these ones feel a little bit lighter. I really like these, and because of their infrared nature, they are dust proof and spill proof, which is awesome to have this type of element. I do like the 3 built-in profiles that are constantly saved onto your keyboard because of this driverless nature. That's awesome. The only thing that does not change in color are your num lock, caps lock, and the G key, so that always stays blue. But I really like the per key color customization directly onto the keyboard. Simply by pressing the key, you can cycle the color and then just save that as your profile. It's pretty awesome to customize the keyboard just the way you want. And here's a quick sample on how these switches sound. And so the Tesoro Excalibur SE Spectrum is an excellent keyboard. I was not expecting that because with Tesoro's previous very clunky and ugly UI software and sort of basic and almost overpriced nature of other keyboards that we've looked in the past, this at 99 bucks seems like a really good value compared to other things on the market that have recently launched. You know, per key RGB illumination, very nice switch that is tactile, linear is coming later. Just as long as you don't mind the very bare bones look of this board, I would definitely give this a damn good award. Oh wow, that rhymed. Wow. The only thing to really complain about are the little flip out feet that are completely weak and don't really hold the keyboard when you apply any pressure on it. They just fold under the weight of the keyboard, and really just, if they change the font here, luckily the keycaps are removable, so you know, if you're completely dislike the font here, you can change them, and because they're MX stem compatible, that is a thing. But yeah, Tesoro, if you're listening, make sure to take that note for future keyboards. But guys, what do you think of this keyboard? Let us know in the comments below. At $99, is that too much to pay for sort of, you know, this over-encompassing gaming keyboard with overspill features and dust proof? Is that something that you guys care about? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm Dimitri with Hara Canucks. That's Eber right there behind camera. You wanna plug yourself in there, huh?
Yeah.
A little Eber action in the video. You're already in the beginning, man. You wanna be in the end too?
Yeah.
Alright, you just gotta make sure to come in and show your hands like you did before.
Like this.
It's time to take illumination seriously with Vengeance RGB DDR4 memory by Corsair. With incredibly bright LEDs and uniform color spread, add a touch of classic color that is fully software controllable and compatible with a wide variety of Intel and AMD platforms. More info in the description below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more similar content, and we'll see you in the next video. You passed out? You were just listening to me and you're passed out? Are you serious? Okay, let me try that again. But the main highlight here are the new optical. But the main highlight. How do I get out of here, man? How do I get out? We have to move the desk. We gotta move the desk, man.